Sunday's game is not just a competition on the football field. It's also become a competition for which commercial will take top honors for advertising. For the 10th and final year, Doritos asked aspiring filmmakers to submit homemade ads. 4,500 came in, one of them from our next guest, finalist Peter Carstairs. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, we're doing great. It's nice to see you. I've seen your commercial, and in fact, I posted it on social media so our viewers could get a look too. But if they haven't seen it yet, what is it about and what inspired you?
It's called ultrasound, and it's about a couple who are having an ultrasound of their soon-to-be-born baby, you know, some unexpected things happen. The humour is all about how women and men have a very different approach to childbirth. You know, not always, but of course, you know, we're playing up at the humour. So it's about how women find the whole thing very spiritual and connecting and life-affirming, and you know, cut to Dad, and he's on his iPad in the corner, you know, that kind of thing.
Right, having some fun with the baby, and he bumps his head there, and then induces labor when she hurls the chip across the room. So with this contest, remind us what's at stake here.
Yeah, so there's some extraordinary prizes. The first prize is, of course, as you mentioned, it gets played at the Super Bowl, and you know, it gets broadcast to, you know, over 100 million people. So that's the first prize. Mm-hmm. The second prize is the director also wins a job with Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder, whose next movie, Batman vs Superman, is just about to come out. So that's also kind of extraordinary. And then the third prize is the team also wins $1 million US to take home. Wow. So incredible. Not
too shabby. So what have you thought about, I mean, the money of course, but working with Zack Snyder, what would you want out of that collaboration?
I mean, it's amazing because he's a very, very innovative director, you know, it's really about, I mean, the exact sort of terms of the job are still yet to be defined. You know, it depends on who wins it and that kind of thing. But you know, for directors like me and the others, we're kind of excited because it's rare to be around a director like that whose technical ability is kind of awesome, and something for us to kind of learn from. So that's the main thing, is to learn from him and watch.
And then what would you do with the money? Everybody says that, right? If you buy a lottery ticket, you fantasize if you won. What about this $1 million? What would you do with it?
Yeah. I mean, firstly, we kind of want to try and repay the cast and crew who all worked on it for nothing. You know, the whole thing was shot for virtually nothing. So we want to sort of repay them, and you know, my collaborators, we sort of have done a sort of a points deal, so we all split it up. But you know, the main thing for me is it means that I can afford to buy myself some time to keep making films, which is probably the most exciting thing.
Voting has closed. When will the winner be revealed?
Yeah. Well, you know, Doritos have done this kind of funny thing where we don't find out until it comes up on the screen during the Super Bowl. So we're all sitting together, you know, the three of us next to each other.
That's kind of awkward, isn't it?
And the literally comes up, and it's good. We were talking about it last night, how we're going to, you know, we've got to rehearse our sort of losing faces. It's kind of like, oh, great, I'm so happy for you, you know. So,
it's the end of the pageant.
It's going to be awkward, but it's also kind of fun.
It's the end of the pageant, Peter.
Yeah,
I don't know how familiar you are with that stuff here in America, but it's kind of strange.
Is that the Miss Universe thing that kind of went horribly wrong?
Hopefully Doritos gets it right, and the correct ad is aired during the Super Bowl. And I got to tell you, Peter, no offense to the other directors here, but I just think yours is the best. So we'll be watching here on CBS, KMTV on Sunday.
Much appreciated.
All the best. Thanks, Peter.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks for having me.
Mike.